Kevin Seeker uncovers how Sharina Hudson dumped him cause he's broke. It appears like there will be no joyfully ever after for Kevin Seeker and his boo Sharina Hudson, since word on the road is that this woman has at last broken up with him, clearing out him an obligation. Fair when things were as of now terrible for Seeker monetarily and professionally, his individual life took a difficult tumble as well. Hi everybody, and welcome back to News Caution Channel. Do you know how Kevin Seeker has complained almost his numerous mishaps within the past? Well, clearly, that was nothing compared to the current reality check. Insiders claim that Sharina Hudson got tired of their destitution, so she at last stuffed her Chanel sacks and cleared out Kevin after 16 a long time of their sentiment. It's not like Adore do not live here any longer, and it's not like we haven't seen it coming, folks. It was self-evident from the begin that this undertaking had nothing to do with Cherish, particularly for Sharina. When this couple to begin with got together someplace around 2007, this young lady was so glad and cheerful to rest with a popular maker and a wealthy man who showered her with dazzling blessings and indeed supported her small hotcake business. Well, her life appeared to have been settled for a long time, and let me remind you that this wasn't the as it were blessing Sharina had gotten over the a long time of her undertaking with Kevin. Presently, it appears like she has pressed everything important she may and cleared out Kevin for great since he fizzled to supply the same level of consolation she had developed usual to. Insiders claim that Sharina now not accepts that Kevin can procure more cash from his spouse, particularly presently that Wendy is literally fighting for her life within the clinic. There's small trust of getting to Wendy's millions within the bank. Since Wendy and Kevin separated, things have gone downhill for Sharina Hudson. In any case, in the event that you've been observing my recordings, you likely know that this young lady didn't deliver up trust that more cash would come her way. I completely get it why she didn't take off Kevin earlier. The man had bought her creator pieces, cars, and indeed a house worth nearly $1 million within the same neighborhood where Wendy utilized to live. And in the event that you're pondering how much cash Kevin had within the bank to bear this kind of extravagance, well, the reply is zero, since all those dollars really have a place to Wendy. I figure it took Sharina awareness to figure out what was truly going on, that Kevin wasn't really rolling in cash. She found that her significant other wasn't much of a maker or a breadwinner, and the as it were high-profile celebrity he was working with was his possessed spouse, Wendy Williams. Fundamentally, Wendy was paying him a compensation, and in return for her liberality, he was taking from her to purchase things for his mistress. So, when the truth almost Kevin's real part and Wendy's victory developed, Sharina was apparently profoundly disillusioned with the man she had been living with. Be that as it may, at that point in her life, it appeared futile to take off him, since she was as of now pregnant with their child and had no place else to go. Besides, Kevin must have persuaded her that cash would proceed to come their way indeed after his separate from Wendy. Shockingly, this turned out to be genuine, as Wendy Williams concurred to pay her ex-husband divorce settlement each month. It shows up that this was the TV diva's way of quickly getting freed of Kevin and evacuating him from her life after the difficult betrayal. Even in spite of the fact that Kevin was unemployed, and it appeared like there weren't numerous individuals willing to work with him after an open outrage including disloyalty and budgetary fumble, this small family still had sufficient cash to bear certain things. Be that as it may, as time went on, the circumstance compounded. Since Wendy Williams was set beneath money-related guardianship, not one or the other of them saw another cent. All things considered, this didn't halt Kevin from attempting to get his hands on his ex-wife's cash. He appeared so frantic to keep Sharina in his life that, for once, he made an exertion to really win something and fill his pockets. If you accept that Kevin went out into the advertise and look of and used celebrities to deliver, I have a few awful news for you. The as it were arrange Kevin came up with was to complain almost his incidents on social media and take things to court. In his recording, Kevin basically told the court that he was broke, depicting it as a whale story, almost his failure to supply the same luxurious way of life for his Miss Sharina. Kevin appealed the judge, expressing that his car protections and credit card installments were behind due to the suspension of his month-to-month severance installments. Whereas Kevin over and over claimed that he had nothing but cherish and regard for his ex-wife, it got to be apparent that cash was the driving drive behind it all. Perhaps Kevin and Sharina really married each other, and it's pitiful to see that she chosen to take off her supposed soulmate and look for a more affluent man. It appears she at long last realized that Kevin won't get another dime from his ex-wife. Judging by Wendy's current basic condition, there's no point in holding up for the divorce settlement to be continued, particularly since the judge denied Kevin's petition. In the repercussions of the court's choice, Kevin proceeded to depict himself as the casualty, faulting everybody around him for taking advantage of Wendy in his absence. That's all for today's show. Make beyond any doubt to subscribe to our channel for more recordings like this.